What's up, YouTube? You already know what it is. It's your girl Gracie, and I am back with another video for you guys. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and most importantly, make sure you hit that post notification bell so you can be notified every time your girl come back with another video. So y'all, by that title, by that thumbnail, y'all already know what's finna go down today. So today I'm finna do another story time for you guys, y'all. And today's topic is going to be about what was the worst part of my pregnancy, y'all. So before I start talking, make sure y'all leave a like on this video, comment down below some other video ideas you guys want to hear your girl talk about. But until then, we finna dive into this video. Right, you guys. So the worst part of my pregnancy, y'all, I had a rough pregnancy. So let's just start back in 2013. 2013, I got pregnant for the first time in my life, and I ended up having an ectopic pregnancy. And those of y'all that don't know what an ectopic pregnancy is, that means the baby gets stuck in your fallopian tube and you start bleeding and stuff. Everybody had different symptoms. I know that I thought literally, I didn't think I was pregnant or anything. I just thought that I was just bleeding just because I was stressed or something was, I didn't think the worst. I just thought maybe because I was stressing that's the reason why I was bleeding. So your girl was bleeding for like a long time until like I started feeling like little cramps and stuff like that. I said, you know what? And then I opened up to my grandma, and I ended up telling my grandma, I said, yeah, I've been bleeding for this amount of time and my stomach just been hurting really bad. So she was like, why ain't you been said something? You need to go get that checked out. You need to go to the emergency room because that's not normal. And then I forgot who else I asked, but I asked somebody else, and the same person, they said the same thing, go to the ER. So I went to the ER, y'all, and they did a whole bunch of what did they do? It's been so long. They did an ultrasound, a vaginal ultrasound, a stomach ultrasound, and blah, 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 because they had to do a P test, and obviously it came back positive, so they wanted to do an ultrasound to make sure everything was okay. And first of all, when I first found out I was pregnant, when they said it came back positive, at that time, I don't know, I can't even think that far. This was 2013, so I don't even remember how my face was or how I reacted to them coming in the room saying the test came back positive. But anyways, they told me that they couldn't see anything vaginal, like doing the ultrasound, or on my stomach. They couldn't see anything, so they said come back in about a couple of weeks and see, maybe it's too early or whatever. And they start telling me, well, you could be having a miscarriage. Miscarriage, you bleed. You could be having an ectopic pregnancy. I knew what a miscarriage was, but I didn't know what an ectopic pregnancy was. So I was asking questions about ectopic pregnancy, and they were telling me, the symptoms and stuff like that. And I was actually going through those symptoms, but at the time I didn't know that I was going through an ectopic pregnancy. So the pain got worse and worse and worse. So the pain got worse and worse and worse over the time. About 3 days after I left the hospital, I was back in there. And so they did a whole bunch of other tests or whatever, a lot of tests. I was in there for a long time, and they finally came in there and said that I was going through an ectopic pregnancy, and I got to have an emergency, like not a C-section, but like surgery, emergency surgery or whatever. So I was shocked. I was like, oh my God. I started crying. I was scared. I ain't never had no serious surgery in my life until that day. And I was just like, oh my gosh, and they said can kill you, all this other stuff. So they was basically just scaring me. And so I went through the whole surgery or whatever. I was on bed rest for about 2 weeks or whatever, but then I was back on my feet. And I'm so mad. I had pictures of the whole thing, like where the baby was at in my fallopian tube and everything. But guess what? Me doing a whole lot of moving, I end up losing the pictures. So I was pissed off about that. But that was in 2013. I would have been pregnant. That would have been my first pregnancy. So time went on. And I ended up getting pregnant again, y'all. I got pregnant again, and that was 2013. And I got pregnant again. I believe I was 24. No, I was 25. I was 25. Damn, that was a big leap. I think I was 25 years old when I found out that I was pregnant. No, I wasn't 25. I think I was like, hold on, wait a minute. How old was I? My son is 6. Yeah, so I was about 25 years old when I found out that I was pregnant. And so I was at work and I kept saying, I was like, okay, I haven't came on my period yet. I haven't came on my period. So, you know, I went off to myself. I had my own car. So I ended up going to, no, my boyfriend was driving my car. And I said, let's go to Walmart. I didn't tell him what I was doing or what I was getting or whatever. I just said, I need to run into Walmart real fast. And he said, okay. So he parked outside. I went in there. I bought a pregnancy test. And then I went to the Walmart bathroom and I pissed on it and it came back positive. I damn near tripped, didn't pull up my pants. I was too ready to get up out of there because I was too happy to come back and tell him that I was pregnant. So when I got to the car, I showed it to him. I was like, look, babe, I'm pregnant. You know what I'm saying? He was happy, but we were both young, but he was happy but he had already had kids before me anyway, but he was happy about it. So we drive home or whatever, and we just basically just talking about it. And I was just happy. And that's when I had my son, who I have right now, my son. So if I would never had that ectopic pregnancy, I would have had 2 kids by now. So, I don't know, y'all. So when I first found out I was pregnant, I had the ectopic pregnancy, it hurt me. So when I got pregnant the second time, I was definitely happy. Yeah, so I mean, it's not really too much to talk about as far as my second pregnancy, but as far as the pain I was going through the whole pregnancy, I was in so much pain when I was pregnant, y'all. I lived in the hospital because I stayed throwing up everything I eat. I mean, it was to the point where I just started throwing up black stuff because I didn't have nothing else to throw up. So I was in the hospital literally like every other day, and they had to put me on IV because that's how weak I was. Like, I was seriously drained from throwing up. And there's days where it was so hard for me to eat, and when I do eat, I would just throw it back up. Like, this was my first, pregnancy that my child actually made it to this world. And this was like the worst one because I just couldn't stop throwing up. I was always sleeping. I was always having these cramps in my stomach. It was times where I had to spend a night at the hospital. I'm just like, oh my God, this is scaring me. It was a lot of stuff going through my head. I was like, maybe pregnancy is not for me and all this other stuff, because I was just going through so much pain. But everybody go through different, pain when they're pregnant. But with me, it was so new to me, all this throwing up. I kept calling off of work, and they ended up putting me on pregnancy leave or whatever. And I never even went back because I couldn't make it. Like, your girl was just that sick or whatever. And so I ended up losing that job simply because of that. So I was pissed about it because I loved that job back then. You know what I'm saying? But they weren't even paying enough anyway. But I ended up losing that job because of my pregnancy. And so I was staying with my grandma at the time, and she was taking care of me because I could not do it. Like, oh, it was so much. And she was trying to get me to eat like some soup or some crackers or something, and I couldn't even keep that down, y'all. Like, my pregnancy was horrible. And when I tell y'all I was big, your girl was big. And I'm going to insert a picture right here. Look at that belly, y'all. And y'all would think I'd be having twins, but no, that was one baby, y'all. One. But anyways, I just couldn't believe how big I was, how much pain I was in. And it's crazy because I was all belly, y'all. Like, I was a stick with a belly on me. You know what I'm saying? It was, I don't know, it was an experience. I actually kind of loved it, you know what I'm saying? Walking, the little belly stomach, holding it, be able to sit back and just rub your stomach and stuff like that. I enjoyed that, you know what I'm saying? And I also was happy that my baby came out healthy and strong, and you know what I'm saying? And y'all would not believe how much my son came out weighing. He was 9 pounds, y'all. My baby was 9 pounds. Because before I got pregnant, I used to weigh 120. And when I got pregnant, I was roughly around 144, 150. So your girl had picked up a lot of weight, but it wasn't nothing but baby. I'm like, damn. Because I wanted, and then the crazy thing about it, he came out 9 pounds and I could never keep nothing down to eat. I was just like, whoa, like, and then I end up I tried pushing him out, but it just wasn't working for me. So they had to give me an emergency C-section. I couldn't feel nothing, obviously. They put me to sleep or whatever, and I ended up getting an epidural in my back. And I swear, ever since I got that shot in my back, I've been having back problems ever since, y'all. Ever since. Like, I ain't never had no back problems until after that. And people have been telling me about it, but I just couldn't take the pain. You know, you go through so mixed emotions. And when you in there, I was crying, thinking wasn't nobody there for me. And my whole family was just in the cafeteria. I just wanted them in the room with me. I was going through so much at the time, like literally so much at the time. So I was just crying, saying, oh, they not coming. Because this is when they told me they had to do an emergency C-section because the baby, he's not coming. And it's time for him to come. They weren't picking up their phones. I'm crying. I'm like, they not here for me. Why y'all doing this to me? You know, but I couldn't. I swear you cannot control your emotions when you're pregnant. Like, you cannot control it. But yeah, so I would have to say the worst part about me being pregnant is me throwing up all the time. I was always throwing up, man. It was annoying. It was annoying as fuck, y'all. But my son is here. He's healthy. You know, he's in school now. He's in kindergarten. So I'm loving it. I'm loving every part of it, you guys. And I also ended up getting pregnant again after that. But I ended up having a miscarriage. So first was an ectopic pregnancy, then my son, and then I ended up having a miscarriage. So yeah, I've been through a lot. So I'm 31 years old. I would have altogether had 3 kids, literally all together. But yeah, I'm going to end this video right here, right now. So make sure you guys leave a like on this video, comment down below, and let me know what you guys think on this video. Until then, y'all let me know how y'all pregnancy was. Was y'all pregnancy similar to mine? All the throwing up, in the hospital constantly, having cramps, not able to breathe sometimes, just want to just sleep all day long, end up losing your job. Tell me, did y'all go through any of that during y'all pregnancy? Because your girl went through a lot. But until then, I'll see y'all in the next video.